What's good, Nananon Dream family? We back at it, episode 79 of the Nananon Dream Journey. My name is Julian Taliaferro, and you already know we coming again with another weekly business update, lessons for the week, and topic of the day, which is love of the game. So for this episode, I'm going to start with the quote of this week, and it's another one from Kwame Ture. And it goes, life without a challenge wouldn't be life. And it's pretty simple. It's just saying that life is supposed to be tough. It's supposed to be hard. We're supposed to be always jumping over a barrier or obstacle, because once we jump over it, then we'll be able to see the fruit. And again, the quote goes, life without a challenge wouldn't be life, from Kwame Ture. Now I can get to my business update. So for today, this episode, I don't have too much of an update. It's really just continue work on the startup, but I still got to tap in for the week. I want to try to get back to my regular intervals. I've still been posting every week, but I have this rule in my head where as long as I post before the next episode Sunday, then I'm good. But when I do that, sometimes I end up posting back to back, or I only leave a couple of days in between. So like say, for example, this episode is supposed to be for this past Sunday. So I'm going to try to get back to my regular intervals so I can have that right spacing between all my episodes, and I can have more of a business update. So with that section out the way, I can now get into my lesson of the week for this episode. And if anything, is more of a statement. And it's just that the seasons are going to come, phases of your life, stages of your life are going to come and go, but you're never going to notice the change until you're already in the new season. So if anything, you don't have to, for example, check the temperature or check the calendar and always try to monitor what season it is, because the season is always going to come in time. And when it comes, you're going to know. So you don't have to worry about it. Don't have to stress about it. And that's my lesson of the week. Just that the seasons are going to come in its own time. So let them come. And when they are here, then you're going to know. So with that out the way as well, I can now get into my topic, which is love of the game. So the past, I think maybe 2 days ago, I had watched a podcast from LeBron and JJ Redick. LeBron's rolling out a new podcast partnering with JJ. And I don't know if y'all know, but LeBron's my guy. He's somebody who I really admire, I respect on and off the court. He's always been a role model for me, and he's my favorite player. But in this podcast, LeBron was talking to JJ Redick, and he was sharing about what he thought made him great. And he's great in so many ways. But a couple of the things that he spoke to, a couple of the reasons, one of them really stuck out. And it was the fact that he loved the game of basketball. But after he said it, he specified. And he was saying that it's not just the game itself. It's not just when the ref blows the whistle, 20,000 people are in the stands cheering. It's not that moment. It's the time before the game. It's the weeks before the game. It's when he wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day, is the first one at the gym, does 3 workouts a day, then is the last one to leave the gym. How he put so much into his body, extra work into his body, and he's not taking shortcuts. All that work that has to be put in before the game for him to be able to perform at the level that he does. That's the game that he loves. It's the commitment to his craft. So, of course, I listened to that and I thought of it in the basketball sense. But then immediately, I started thinking about entrepreneurship. And I looked internally and I asked myself the same question. Do I love this? Do I love the game of entrepreneurship per se? And honestly, I sat back and I thought about it for a moment, and then maybe 2 moments. And my answer was that I'm building my love. I don't think anybody just pops up out of nowhere or just pops out and starts loving something, especially if it's hard. And technically, in my mind, I still feel like I'm new to entrepreneurship. It still feels like a whole new world to me. And I doubt when LeBron first started playing basketball, he loved practice, he loved running suicides or running around the school and waking up early for practice. He definitely fell in love first with just playing the game of basketball, and then he fell in love with everything else that comes with it. So when I think about my journey and how tomorrow, exactly last year, I was on stage at University of Miami pitching my first startup idea, and how I left that event and I thought to myself how I really loved that. I felt that it was meant for me, that I'm supposed to be doing this. And I really felt that. And then even a couple weeks ago at this showcase, feeling how natural this journey I'm on felt, how natural entrepreneurship felt to me. Those are the moments where I really started falling in love. And now everything else that surrounds it, all the work that needs to be put in, I'm falling in love with that as well, right? Slowly, of course, but definitely surely. So, as I fall deeper in love with entrepreneurship, I can just see myself progressing. And that's the journey I'm on right now. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's what, I'm telling myself, when I get asked that question, that's kind of how my brain is thinking. But that's kind of it for this topic. It's just love of the game, because you have to ask yourself if you really do love it. And then you got to be honest with yourself. And then, like I said, for me, I'm falling in love with it. And in certain moments, when I'm in the arena, 20,000 people cheering, that might be like a pitch event for me or the showcase. That's where my love starts. And then it expands out even further to all the work. So next steps for me are just continue work on the startup, like usual. And then I want to try to get back to my regular intervals, like I had said a little bit earlier in the episode. So I should be posting this weekend for this week. And that's it. So, all right, let's get it, y'all. Going to achieve y'all 99 dream. And it's 99 dream because you are going to achieve your dream. And it will be 100%, but nothing is perfect. So you're going to achieve 99% of that. And let's go and let's get it.